Page 23, the Elf's Silver Hammer. 2/4 time. We're just kind of using a whole bunch of stuff that we've learned so far. We're getting some practice at stuff. Eighth notes all over the place. Let's take the right hand first. You're starting here. Put your hand in this position. So it's threes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then there's a repeat sign, so you'd repeat that line again. But let's go on to the second line right now. It's a C and a D. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Sort of like that. And then the third line is very similar to the first line. Not exact, but it's similar. Let's go down to the last line. Here, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then the next measure, it's an E, but it has an 8 VA over. Remember, 8 VA above the staff means go up an octave. So instead of this E, you go to this E. And you play the notes there. 1 and 2 and. And then in the last measure, it has a 15 MA over it. That means you go up another octave, 2 octaves total. So instead of that E, you go up again. You play it here. Now that, remember the 8 VA, the 8 stands for octave. That's the interval. Where are we at? In E. That's the interval. If I count this, it's 8 notes, starting with the note I'm on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why it's an octave. Well, if I want to go up 2 octaves, here, that's an interval of a 15th, because 8 and 8 is 15. Everybody knows that, right? If I count them, it's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. In some music, you'll actually see a 16 VA. It should be a 15, because the interval is a 15th. And when you see 15 MA or like that, you simply go up 2 octaves. If it's below the staff, you go down 2 octaves. If you have a short keyboard and you don't have room for that, you go up as far as you can go, and that's good enough. Left hand, just notice the left hand's treble clef, the bottom staff. See, these staves can be any clefs at any time, and eventually they'll get to where they're changing on you. So just try and keep up with all that. But we're here in C and a G, treble clef for the left hand. So it's 1 and 2 and then you're resting for a bunch, and then the last 2 measures of the first line. 1 and 2 and. Then the next line. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. It's the same rhythm as the right hand, just different notes. And then the last line, you're just playing a C and a G, and it's tied for 3 measures. You're holding it down for 6 counts. That's it. While the right hand goes nuts doing its stuff. Once you have the notes and the rhythms, so go back and do the articulation. Putting the hands together, I'm hoping, is not going to be a problem, because the rhythm is the same for the most part, or the left hand's just holding a note down. It's here. Like so. And that's really all it is until the last line, when the left hand just holds it down. 2 and. And right when you play that last E in the last measure, the left hand comes up, right there at that time. Then we add the articulation. Just a nice light wrist staccatos here. And you notice the left hand staccato too. See, they sound the same. You think, well, is that really a quarter note in the left hand? It is, but it sounds like the 8th note in the right hand. That's just the way music is. Slur. That down. Let's go on the second line, staccatos, and then the quarter notes are not. And then you have an accent here that makes them a little louder. And then accent is to staccatos or something. So just make it a little louder. And then again, and so add the staccatos and the accents in that. And then when you're kind of comfortable with that, try putting in the dynamics. Primarily for the right hand. Soft, whatever soft is. And you gradually get louder until you get to moderately loud. And at the G, that's where you're moderately loud, right there. So take your time. And you Still moderately loud. And now come down to soft. So that line again would be that. And then the second line you start soft. A little louder. Now it's loud with an accent. And then all of a sudden in the third line you're soft again. Last line, soft, soft, soft. You're staying soft. Actually, you're going to get a little soft. Listen to the left hand there. See, as it dies away, see if the right hand can kind of follow that. You're here, and then a little softer, softer, softer. Speed-wise, playfully, well, it's a hammer. Your wrist. It's up to you on the speed. I can't tell you. To me, that's sort of what playfully is for me for a hammer. Bump, 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 bump. Maybe your hammering isn't that fast. You want to hammer slower? That's fine. Hammer slower. Hammer slower than that. I don't know. At the last line down there, you have a retardando, which means you're going to slow down. So however fast you're going. 1 and 2 and. Slower. Slower. You just gradually slow down as all the way to the end. Let's play this together slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics, but I will do the repeat on the first line. Let's do all of that. So I'll give us 2 counts. Now let's try it together. Ready and go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. And 2 and. Two and 2 and